Hi everyone, welcome to the online version of First Semester Advising for students new to Bunker Hill. We're so excited that you're joining us at BHCC, and we realize that there's a lot you're expected to know. And that's why we're here, to share some of the basics you need to know in order to get your semester started off on the right foot. Here are some tips for a great start. First, it may seem like a no-brainer, but attend all of your classes. If you have to miss a class, email your professor to let them know. And it's always a good idea to get to know a classmate that you can get the notes from so you don't fall behind. Along these lines, read every page of every syllabus. That's where you'll find important due dates, deadlines, assignments, office hours, and basically all the important info you need about a class. The syllabus also enables you to plan out your semester and manage your time wisely, so use it. Finally, make sure you know your policies, procedures, and people. Make a habit of checking the academic calendar on the BHCC website for important dates like drop and withdrawal deadlines, as well as registration dates. Most importantly, know the people that you can go to for help. There are tons of faculty and staff here at BHCC that can help with any struggles, issues, or difficulties you have, if you know where to look. Okay, so let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Life as a college student is going to be a bit different than your life before college. One of the most important tips to be successful is to stay organized. Time management is the key to staying on top of your assignments, as well as tending to the many other commitments you have. In order to optimize the time that you do have, you'll want to figure out the best time and place for you to study. Some people are night owls, while some people prefer to study early in the morning with a fresh cup of coffee. Some people need white noise to study, while others need complete silence. You'll also want to up your note-taking and textbook reading game so that you're not wasting valuable time writing down everything the professor says or reading pages over and over again without retaining any of the information. Knowing your learning style can also help you find the best way to approach studying and getting your work done. Next, be realistic about how school is going to fit into your life. Not everyone can take 5 classes, especially not if you're working, if you have a family, if you live far away, or for whatever other reason. Think about your commitments and how much time you can realistically dedicate to school. Finally, conduct an honest, keyword honest, self-evaluation. What are your strengths? What do you need to work on? Knowing these will help you create a strategy for success for this semester, as well as the rest of your time at Bunker Hill and beyond. So speaking of your time here at Bunker Hill, we want to make sure that you stay on track. One simple way to make sure you don't hit a speed bump is to be aware of schedule adjustment periods. The first week of classes is an add drop period, where if you drop a class, you get your money back, and it does not affect your GPA or your completion rate. If you remove a class after the add drop period, it's called a withdrawal. Withdrawing from a class means you do not get your money back and you receive a W grade for that class on your transcript. The W does not affect your GPA, but it does affect your completion rate. I'll explain completion rate in a little bit. Make sure you keep an eye on the academic calendar, located on the Bunker Hill website, for the withdrawal deadlines for each semester. So what exactly is Satisfactory Academic Progress, or SAP? SAP ensures you're making progress towards a degree at Bunker Hill and that you're meeting a certain level of academic standard. It has 2 parts, completion rate and GPA. For completion rate, you must complete at least 66% of the classes you attempt, and for GPA, you must maintain a 1.79 if you've attempted 12 to 30 credits, and a 2.0 if you've attempted 31 or more credits. If you've only attempted fewer than 12 credits, there's no GPA requirement, though there's still a completion rate requirement. You should pay attention to satisfactory academic progress because not making SAP could result in probation, suspension, and loss of financial aid. To determine your completion rate, you take the number of credits you've completed and divide it by the number of credits you've attempted. For example, this student was enrolled in 4 classes but withdrew from 2. That means he completed 6 credits, 2 classes times 3 credits each, and attempted 12 credits, 4 classes times 3 credits each. 6 divided by 12 is 0.5, so this student's completion rate is 50%, meaning they would not be maintaining satisfactory academic progress. Here's a table that illustrates which grades count towards your completion rate and which count towards GPA. As you can see, an F affects both GPA and completion rate, while a W, NA, and IP only affect completion rate. However, you will not get your money back for a class in which you receive any of these grades. Speaking of grades, you can check yours in a few places. In the My Progress tab in BHCC Self-Service, on your transcript in BHCC Self-Service, and in the Grades section of Academic Profile in WebAdvisor, as shown here. Your grades factor into your grade point average, or GPA, which is a number used to show your academic performance. Each grade you receive in a course has quality points assigned to it, shown in the box on the right, and each course has credit hours associated with it. Most classes you'll take are 3 credit hours, but some lab courses, math courses, and others may be 4 credit hours. Your GPA is the total number of quality points divided by the total number of credit hours attempted. The table here shows how one student's GPA is calculated. As you can see, you first multiply the number of credit hours by the quality points associated with the grade in the class. Then you add up all the credits, add up all those quality points, the multiplied ones, and divide the latter by the former. Can you figure out this student's GPA? I'll give you a second. Okay, it's a 3.0. Did you guys get that? That's not too shabby. One grade that you'll want to be on the lookout for is a midterm warning grade. These are grades given out in the middle of the semester, and you may receive a D or F for unsatisfactory work, or a grade of FX for failing due to attendance issues, aka not going to class. If you receive any of these warning grades, you'll want to talk to your professor as soon as possible about your progress in the class. These grades are not a permanent part of your transcript, so you can turn your grades around, but you'll want to speak with your instructor to come up with a plan. I know it seems like the semester just started, but it's never too early to start planning for next semester. You can visit your advisor as soon as you like to sit down and talk about which courses you should take next semester. Registration dates for next semester vary based on the number of credits you've completed at Bunker Hill, kind of like how seniors register before freshmen at a 4-year school. Your exact registration date will be sent to your Bunker Hill email, so please check it regularly. All of the important information about registration, as well as add drop deadlines and more, will be sent to your BHCC email, so I cannot stress enough how important it is to check that. And if you're not sure who your advisor is, check out this model of how our advising structure works at Bunker Hill. In your first semester, you may be in a learning community seminar or a professional studies seminar. In that case, your advisor is either the success coach assigned to your seminar or your faculty member. Typically, after an LCS or other seminar, students either enter a liberal arts major or another major. Liberal arts majors can continue to see their success coach or come to LifeMap and speak with any of the advisors here. Students that are in a different major from liberal arts can go to faculty in that department or are assigned to departmental advising, which can include individual or group sessions. To sum up, here are some tips for academic success at Bunker Hill. First, finish what you start. And in order to do that, you need to be realistic about how many courses you can complete. How many courses can you fit into your schedule if you consider work, your social life, your friends and family, and other obligations? Keep in mind that one course typically includes 10 to 12 hours of work, counting both in-class and out-of-class time. Along with knowing what's realistic, you need to know your own strengths and challenges. What are you really great at? What do you need to work on? And don't be afraid to ask for help on those things that need work. It can make a huge difference. And that being said, make sure to follow up on referrals that faculty and staff make. We have your best interest in mind, and when we recommend that you speak with someone or attend a workshop or go to tutoring, it's because it's only going to help you. Also, try not to worry about how fast everyone else is completing their degree. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race, and it's much better to complete courses successfully than to pile too much on your plate and find yourself completely overwhelmed. And finally, know that you can succeed. You all have it in you. You just need to believe it and reach out for help when you need it. All right. Lastly, here are some resources that we have at Bunker Hill to help you succeed academically, personally, and socially. You can follow the links to learn more about the resources listed, and don't be afraid to stop into LifeMap if you're unsure about where you can get help. We will be happy to point you in the right direction. Hopefully you've all learned a thing or two at this point, or at least gained some confidence about your first semester here and the support we can provide. Have a great rest of the semester, and we hope to see you soon.